Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Rex and I got some sweet dungeon creeping here for you guys. My third video on the Elder Scrolls, which is it's a pretty fun game. As you can see here, I'm still with the bow, just killing stuff with ease. But not really. It gets actually pretty tough with the bow sometimes when you're fighting those mammoths. They and those big trolls and whatever. It's actually really tough because the arrows actually don't hit for shit. But yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm not gonna be talking much about the gameplay. Thought you guys might enjoy it in the background, but I'm actually going to talk about finding yourself. And this is just a funny topic that I was thinking about because I was reading about accidental and essential properties for objects or matter or whatever. And it is actually really interesting. I mean, you got to think about it. So there are two kinds of properties according to Aristotle: essential properties and accidental properties. So essential properties is pretty much what defines you as a person, right? Without these properties, you are not yourself. And accidental properties are just those properties that define how you are. It doesn't define who you are, but how you are. And that is pretty interesting. And I got this little joke for you guys to make an example out of it. So, guy number one asks guy number two, what is green, hangs on the wall, and whistles? Guy number two says, hell, I have no idea. And then guy number one says, a herring. Guy number two says, but a herring is not green. So what? Says guy number one, you can paint it green. But then guy number two says, but they cannot hang on the walls either. And then guy number one says, so what? You can nail it to the wall. And then guy number two says, so it doesn't whistle either, not even accidentally. And then guy number one says, so what? And it does illustrate I guess my point, and what I want to basically what I want to say, it's that I found it interesting to look at myself and try to find what properties makes who I am and which ones make how I am. Because for example, I can say that I if I get a nose job, I'll be Rex with a nose job. But if I stop playing games and stop recording games and posting them on YouTube, then I'm not gonna be Rex without a YouTube account. I'm just simply not Rex anymore. And I guess that's an example using my persona on YouTube. But I think it does make a lot of sense, and it does interest me quite a bit. And the most interesting thing here is that a lot of accidental properties, put together, they actually make essential properties. Like, think about it. If an elephant, an elephant is big, gray, and wrinkled, right? But you can find elephants that are not big, or you can find elephants that are not gray or wrinkled or whatever. But if you take the big, gray, and wrinkled part of an elephant, you're pretty much describing anything else. So if somebody asks me, why is an elephant big, gray, and wrinkled? I can say because if it was small, white, and brown, he'd be an aspirin, right? So I mean, even though they're just accidental properties, putting them together make it a essential property. So in essence, if as Rex, if I was blonde, I would still consider myself Rex. I at least me as a person, I wouldn't change. I would still consider myself me, even if I was blonde. So I mean, even if let's say if I had the voice of Mickey Mouse, I would still consider myself me. Myself, in essence, haven't changed. But if I was blonde and I had the Mickey Mouse voice, then you could call me Butters. So as you can see, what is just accidental properties for me could pretty much be essential properties for something else, and I find that really interesting. But I guess I'm babbling a little bit here, but just hold on with me here. So the point that I want to get across, it's you guys should try and find your essential properties. because it's actually really interesting. Like, you know, if an elephant, you know, if an elephant wasn't big, then you can just simply call it that's a small elephant. If an elephant is not wrinkled, then you can say, well, that's an unwrinkled elephant. Or if the elephant is not gray, then it's just, you know, kind of a sorty, dusty brown elephant. But, you know, if the elephant doesn't have a trunk, then it's, you know, you cannot say that that's an elephant without a trunk. You know, it at least in wording. I mean, if you're seeing it, it's one thing, obviously, but as a description of an elephant, you know, elephants have trunks. That's pretty much, you know, what makes them elephants. It's the biggest distinguishing feature they have. Now, myself, I'm pretty sure my, you know, I mean, there's probably a lot of different essential properties, you know, that defines me as a person. The one that seems the most obvious to me right now, it's probably the fact that I'm a gamer. If I wasn't a gamer, like if I never got to play games when I was a little kid, you know, and I just completely grew up without any kind of you know, video game consoles or whatever, you know, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be myself. You know, I would probably be doing something entirely different. I would have a different state of mind. You know, I probably wouldn't rationalize the way that I do today. You know, I would completely be a different person. You know, I'm one of those guys that believe that, you know, what makes you are your past experiences. And you know, me being a gamer has influenced my life in the way that, you know, my entire life has revolved around video games. So if you take, you know, me being a gamer away from me, I wouldn't be myself. You know, I wouldn't consider myself me anymore. You know, if I was magically like transported to another dimension where I wasn't a gamer, and you know, I was to inhabit that body, I would feel unwelcome in the fact that it is another person's body, because that is not me. And you know, I really found that interesting. And there are probably, you know, many more essential properties out there, but that's, at least for me, that's the one that just seems to be the most obvious for me at the moment. Taking the gamer away from me, you know, takes me being myself. And I guess what I wanted to do with this video is just to, you know, to make you guys look at yourself. You know, just find yourself and try to look for that thing that, you know, you couldn't, you know, describe yourself without. You know, if you're describing yourself to someone, what is that word that's always there? It doesn't matter who asks. It doesn't matter, you know, what the situation is, right? There's always that one adjective, right, that you describe yourself with, that just never changes. That's always there. And you know, I'm actually interested in see what you guys find out. If you guys, you know, could go ahead and post it on the description. You know, that one word, guys, just that one word that describes, you know, your person, your essential property that pretty much makes it you. Without it, you know, it wouldn't be you. I'm actually quite interested in see what answers you guys can find out. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of this kind of like, you know, psychological / philosophical commentaries, you know, more in the future. This was just my little take on essentialism. It's a cool branch in metaphysics that you know, I got interested today, and I thought I was gonna share it with you guys. I might get, you know, I'll probably get more deeper into metaphysics later on, and you know, talk about probably rationalism and, you know, some other stuff. But I truly hope that you guys enjoyed the video. It was a pretty cool dungeon that I had here, and in the end, you can see that I the little sapphire hand I was looking for was actually taken, and they left a note. But you know, I'll be making more videos on Elder Scrolls, and probably more, you know, philosophical commentaries like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, guys, as always, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Rex out. Peace, guys.